That's what I'm talking about.
Cold out here.
Can't really see this in this angle, can you? If you had the light. You got the moon?
Yeah, I see.
What is today? Is it 7-year-old day?
Yeah, it's her birthday. It's her birthday.
Is it your birthday? Okay. How old are you?
3.
3? Wow. Jason encouraged me to go for a walk on this sunny day.
Fairly routinely, I will get up out of my chair, out of the office, and find a place to walk for about 10 minutes.
So that's what I'm doing.
It is a great way to break up the day, to make sure that you're sharp mentally, to get some sun on your face, some wind in your hair, and to me, I find it a fantastic way to restart your state.
Probably put this in my vlog. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody that I have a vlog. They might watch it. Hey, if you haven't already, it's time to make your list of goals for 2020.
It's 2020 planning time, guys!
What are you going to accomplish next year? I know I've talked about doing 3-year plans, and I think in terms of 3 years.
Let's talk about how to bring that confidence forward that in 3 years from now, you're just walking around and you've got it.
But 3 years are still made up of individual years. Each one of those years can have goals. I really need to do a 3-year video. Should I do that first? Let's not let the perfect be the enemy of the good here. I'm eventually going to make a 3-year sprint video talking about how I make 3-year goals and think of things in terms of 3-year sprints. But for right now, it's getting ready to be the end of the year, and it's time to think about what goals we have for 2020. I know I personally have a goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers. I want to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Hey, could 2020 be my year? I think so, if I work towards that goal. But it's definitely not going to happen if I don't write it down. In the past, I've done comedy skits, vlogging, in addition to food reviews. And one thing I'm going to be doing differently going forward with food reviews is that there are going to be less reviews about the food and more just opportunities to tell you stories while I'm eating. So instead of being called food reviews going forward, I'll be calling them stories from Starbucks with a side of Americano, or stories from McDonald's with a side of Big Mac. And so it's a way to kind of be more centric and have a more of a core theme to what this channel is about. It's whether I'm vlogging or doing a food review, I'm telling stories. And even the comedy skits are stories. They're just meant to be standalone, kind of funny, like miniature story arcs. In the beginning, my vlogs actually included both comedy skits and food reviews. They were all just kind of built in. Sometimes they still are. But I started splitting them off and just having the vlog be itself. Man, I'm out of breath. I'm so out of shape. All I'm doing is walking. So that's another goal for 2020. Make that an early Q1 goal. I thought I'd be able to tell you a story here, but I don't really. I'll just tell you a story while I'm walking. College, one of the first colleges I went to, I stayed in a dorm that had 3 levels. And At the time, the school wanted to go through this 24-hour prayer vigil. So every hour, someone was assigned to pray for an hour, or maybe it was a half hour. My slot was like 1 a.m. or something. So sometimes I'd stay up, other times I'd set the alarm and wake up. But all I had to do during this time period was pray. So I would start to get like antsy. And the bathrooms had this access panel on the main floor. And so I open it up and I look inside, and there's like basically like a large cavity behind the bathroom, or in between the bathrooms. Like one side was like toilets and the other side was like sinks and showers. And in between there was this cavity where like all the pipes were. And there was a ladder that went up inside the walls. And the door to get in was like, I'll say maybe 2 feet by 2 feet. It was just like an access panel with like a little knob you twisted. And you open it up and you can get in. I forget how you could get out from the inside, but I think you could. Well, anyway, I would be so bored that I would go inside this wall cavity and I would climb up the ladder from the first floor to like the 3rd floor inside the wall. And I remember thinking, I'm in between the walls. No one knows I'm here. If something were to happen to me, like my body would like probably never be found for a while until they had to do like plumbing work. I would just like essentially disappear. Sometimes you focus so much on the window panes. You miss the cross in the middle.
Going for a quick little walk is a great way to just have a break point, stop there, and then restart and get off with the rest of your day. If you are anxious about something, if you're worried about something, take a quick little walk ahead of time, breathe in, breathe out, and then go after it. And finally, just the thing I want to say is, don't wait for the perfect weather. If you wait for the perfect weather to align with the time in your schedule and the emotional state that you're in, you're not going to do it very often. And so I have routinely walked in the middle of the snowstorm. I've gotten an umbrella out and walked in the rain, cold, heat, whatever. Again, it is just a fantastic way to restart, reset, and refocus, and get that energy level back up through the day.